and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Cowboys going up against the Falcons. With that, let's get you over to the Georgia Dome in Atlanta. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, in what is scheduled to be its final season as an NFL stadium, there's a look at the Georgia Dome here in Atlanta. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard. Prescott looks to throw on first. On the left side, he finds Beasley. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Naturally, we're going to say it was a poor pass, but the defensive guys say it was just a great play by them. They broke on the football, picked it off, and gave some momentum to their team.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Hey, Sean Brady. Inbox me, man.
Play clock winding down. To throw, and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Demarcus Lawrence able to get him for a loss of about 3. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Second down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. In motion right is Jones. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Third and long. It's Ryan. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
That's crazy. That was a dot. Wow.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And this is good from 57 yards out. now after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's the offense, and I don't know what more you can say at this point in his career about Jason Witten.
You just give him full respect. This is a guy who knows how to do everything on the football field. Not just catch the ball, but huge in the run game with his blocking at the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Prescott on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
On second down, Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Okay, Charles, defensive starter time for the Atlanta Falcons.
And let's spotlight Keanu Neal, the safety out of Florida. So big, so athletic. Many thought they might make him an outside linebacker, but I think they're going to use him as a hybrid. Outside linebacker, strong safety, kind of in the Cam Chancellor mode in Seattle.
Des Bryant, the intended receiver, and that brings up 4th down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Complete to Gavin Escobar, the tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That was good for 16, and the drive will continue.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will tie us at 3-3. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 75 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
So 2nd and 10 here. Second down, Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And you think of all the years, speaking of Witten, that he's been around, but that touchdown catch he had against the Packers in the playoffs this year, that was his first postseason career TD.
Come on. That's
First,
not true.
yeah.
That's not true. Where did you get that stat?
Now, that's not as much his fault as their lack of postseason appearances, but it was his first.
That's for real? That's legit?
That is legit.
Hard to believe.
Still, this is a guy that hasn't missed a game since his rookie season in 2003.
And I don't think he's going to miss a game in 2017 either. I think he's energized and wants to come back and chase the ring.
And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Albeit in a losing effort, Dez was good against the Packers. 9 catches, 132 yards, 2 touchdowns as well.
I think that served as a reminder about who Dez Bryant really is as a player because his numbers were down from the season. Remember, he had some injury issues, adjusted to Dak Prescott, the way the offense shifted to revolve around Ezekiel Elliott. But when they needed to ring that bell, when it was time to throw the ball towards the end zone, Dez Bryant was there. Some of the strongest hands in the league.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. A little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Prescott to throw it.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Red zone opportunity. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. They come up in an offset eye. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Gabriel, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He's got time in the pocket. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. All right, I want to take this chance to show you some love, make fun of myself. Beginning of the year, we did Super Bowl picks. You had New England and Green Bay. You were close. I had Pittsburgh and Carolina. I guess that's why I do the play-by-play, and you analyzed it.
Well, I don't know that you weren't close. You had Pittsburgh in the Final Four. That's not so bad. You had the defending NFC champion in Carolina, and I get it. Their season went awry, but Green Bay, I thought I had a shot right up until about, 17-0 against Atlanta.
And then I thought, kibosh down.
Yeah, I said, okay, that's not going to work out. But what a tremendous year by Atlanta and another great year by New England.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So it'll be first down here after the run. Now Ryan on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, and it's 3rd and 5. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run it with Coleman. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He sets to fire deep. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Second down now after the incompletion. Second and 10 now. Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind, partner, that he's one of the best receivers in the league, if not the best. And the argument's going to be short. It's a small sample. Julio Jones right there at the top because of his ability to do everything. Catch it, run it, his strength running patterns. How about the way he knocks people off of routes and continues them and finishes in the end zone?
He did all of that against Green Bay. A beautiful toe tap in the end zone for 1 touchdown. And then stiff-arming tacklers down the sideline. At 73 yards to the house, he was something.
And it's interesting you mentioned the toe tap. That people thought maybe his effectiveness would be limited because of a toe injury. We saw no ill effects against Green Bay in the NFC Championship game.
Again on second and 10, it's Ryan. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Ryan. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
And Bryant's kick is good. And they will 13 to 10. Get the field goal here at the end of the second quarter and take the lead into the lockers.
And isn't that what every team wants to do? Right at the end of the half, put points on the board and go into the locker room feeling a lot better about themselves.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They run. Devontae Freeman. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On second down, here's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Looking to throw. Prescott. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Second down, Prescott. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
On third down, it's Prescott. Looking deep downfield. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but at least it does draw them back level.
And that has to be job one. A touchdown certainly would have been nice. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got the rest of the second half to try and get yourselves in front.
They go back to the air here after the INT. He's going to let it go again. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Second and 10. It's Ryan again. He's going to take it. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Mohamed Sanu, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have broken our tie. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play here for Dallas. 54 yards.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
Throwing, Prescott. Being chased out left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. And Dez has got it. Dez Bryant for the Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant from 3 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Falcons a 1st down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Ryan on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete.
Watch two. Ready, go. 30. Stop. 20. Check it out,
Second and 10 now. Ryan flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. The linebacker, Justin Durant, with a pick. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. A first down throw for Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That give them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
On second down, Prescott again. Flush to his right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. Now they'll run it on the toss. Stiff-armed him. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Let's go!
4th down, Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Jones will come now in motion right. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 77 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Steps away to nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Gabriel, the man in motion. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
That one goes for 24 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there. And it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Cuts back, left sideline. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play there out of the running game. 30 yards.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back?
What you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well. But they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was good. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. On the left side, he finds Beasley. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion.
Let's go.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And it brings up 4th down.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And Jason Garrett's going to lead the offense on the field. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Prescott to throw on 4th. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. These short ones still have...
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now it's Morris. Stays on his feet, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So he comes through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Without a doubt. The way this one's gone, they didn't want to take any chances in overtime if they could help it. And that was one heck of a pressure-filled kick.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. He'll look to throw. He's got time. Still back there. Just keeping the play alive. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And the Falcons are going to get a first. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
But how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
In motion is Austin Hooper. One last shot for Ryan. Surveying the field. A left side completion to Jones. 13 yards there on the pickup, and that leads to an Atlanta first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And that'll tie us at 30-30. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And some room to maneuver. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Defense showing blitz. Gabriel, the man in motion. Time running out here on the play clock. First throw in overtime now for Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, it doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Cedric Thornton, the one that got him down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They come out here in the eye. On the keeper, here's Ryan. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to 4th. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Ryan keeps it on the sneak. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
It seems like, and it is a gamble on their side of the field, but they have supreme confidence in picking it up on a quarterback sneak. You can just feel it from this team.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Gabriel, the man in motion. This time Ryan will throw. Wide open receiver, complete. It's a gain of 17 that time. And it'll be first down Atlanta. And quickly they get to the line. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Gabriel, the man in motion. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Second and 10. It's Ryan again. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Let's go. Check 13. Check 13. There we go. Kill. Ready, run. Check 3. Check 3.
In motion is Austin Hooper.
Hey, 12.
The play clock's running down.
Check safety.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on fourth down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Play clock winding down. Fourth down. Here's Ryan. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. And Beasley with it over the middle. To gain a 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down. And they're going to speed things up here.
Let's go. 1, 9.
Second down, Prescott. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. A very solid gain of 27. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Shipped together here from the D-line. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. So the field goal unit is on. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able